And new additions, such as this bench, will help support pedestrian traffic.
Barrett is actually a Bonaventure grad and a member of the Hall of Fame.
If you've driven through the city of Olean, you recognize that familiar bump. Now, these stadium renovations won't just benefit the teams who are set to begin play here in the spring.
But the Bonnet Wolfpack is showing that they are not threatened by the Grips.
If you're looking to park in the Olean area, keep a lookout for the watchful eye of Meter Man.
With Bernadette McLeod, and she's the commissioner for the A10.
If you're in the local area and want to take the course, you don't have to look too far. Petaccio stated that they issued their apology on the YNN website as opposed to the YNN Twitter. The mayor-elect says that his first order of business is to meet with department heads to make sure that everyone is on the same page. Sochi, Russia isn't the only place you'll find curling this Saturday. Chris Spiker sweeps up the story.
Since the castle property was purchased back in 2003, the plants have undergone countless changes. Core Development was the original developer on the project back in 2005, and the Kinley Corporation took over in 2012. And the ideas for land uses changed as a decade passed. Originally, SBU considered moving the university bookstore into the 16 acres along with some shops and a grocery store. Then there was talk of a restaurant, a sports lounge, bowling alley, and 200,000 square foot sports complex. Later came the idea of a hotel and an apartment building. Rumors surfaced just last spring that the ground would be broken in the near future. However, that is not the case. The university acquired the land for $1.3 million and spent $250,000 tearing down the castle structures. Taxes on the property are about $50,000 a year, with a mortgage of about $70,000 a year. Over the past 10 years, the university has spent approximately $2.75 million on ground that was never broken and an idea that never came to fruition. For SBU TV, I'm Meghan Palluconi. In the minutes following the discovery of missing student Tyler Davis, YNN News sent out a tweet stating that the missing sophomore was found alive and well, a mistake that left the St. Bonaventure community confused and outraged. In a phone interview with YNN News director Ed Petaccio, he said that he couldn't disclose the source that the information came from, although on Twitter, YNN Rochester credited the Cattaraugus County Police Department as a source. Petaccio stated that once the station realized they were wrong, they immediately took action, correcting their mistake and posting this note at the bottom of their online story, stating that, for a short time, Sunday afternoon, incorrect information about this story was posted on our website. The mistake was immediately corrected. We regret the error. Many students were angered by the tweet and expressed their frustration with the news organization over Twitter, demanding an apology tweet.
Now, Petaccio stated that they issued their apology on the YNN website as opposed to the YNN Twitter because their Twitter is only really used to promote their website, and the real mistake was made in the original news story.
It's not just contrary to earlier reports, it's contrary to our earlier report. We regret the error. If that's what they did, especially if they did it the same day, if they did it that quickly, congratulations to them.
At the end of the interview, Petaccio had this to say towards the university and the St. Bonaventure community. First and foremost, we are sorry for the loss of Tyler Davis and send our sympathies to his family and the entire Bonaventure community. We sincerely apologize for any upset the posting caused in the short time it may have been seen. For SBU TV, I'm Meghan Palluconi. On Tuesday, October 5th, the city of Olean headed to the polls and elected a new mayor. The former Democratic Mayor Linda Witt stepped aside as the Republican candidate William Alio was voted Olean's 27th mayor.
And I'm ready to do the job and to do the best job I can for this city. This is my hometown.
Alio ran for mayor with a desire to bring back practicality and economic growth to the city. Alio is a lifelong resident of the area and was a former Olean Police Department employee, but has been retired for the past 7 years. Alio's return to work is a transition that his family says they will have to get used to.
He's been, available 24/7 for us. With, we have 6 children, and he's a huge help. He's a wonderful grandpa, and so if he starts working 9 to 5 again, it'll definitely change everyone's, routine. But it'll be a blessing. He really loves this city.
The mayor-elect says that his first order of business is to meet with department heads to make sure that everyone is on the same page. He then plans to meet with local employees to see what he can do for them.
My message is going to be, let's put politics aside, let's work together for the betterment of Olean.
For SBU TV, I'm Meghan Palluconi.